Hello friends, in today's tutorial I'll show you how to turn an image into a cartoon effect using the filter gallery in Photoshop. I'll just focus more on an easier route by applying the effect using only the filter gallery and a few other filters, so let's get started. Let me quickly open an image from my computer, and then my first task is to remove the background because I want to just extract the image of the girl. The best way to do this is by going to Select and then click on Subject, and Photoshop will do most of the selection for you. To verify your selection, you can click on this button that says Edit in Quick Mask Mode. And you shall find the unselected areas have now turned red. So at this point, zoom in to check if your selection is alright. I think we need to deselect the area between her fingers, so for that we'll have to use the quick selection tool. And from the top bar, let's use the minus brush as we need to remove the areas. To add the areas to the selection, we'd use the plus brush. So let's quickly make our selection or deselection. Once you're satisfied with the selection, just click on Add Vector Mask button, which is at the bottom of the Layers panel, and you shall find that the background is now gone. So click on Select and Mask option from the top bar. Once in that panel, click on Refine Hair, and from the right we'll choose Onion Skin option from the drop down. Here, lower the transparency to the minimum to check if there are areas that have been missed out by us. I think the latest subject selection from Photoshop has done a pretty good job here, so we don't really need to do much. So all we need to do is in the Output to option, select New Layer as we want it on a separate layer, and then hit OK. Alright, now head up to Filter and then Filter Gallery. Once you're in the Filter Gallery, in the Artistic tab, select Poster Edges. Here you need to play with the setting a little. As you make the changes, you'll find it reflecting on the image. So I'll keep the edge thickness to about 8. And edge intensity, I don't really want any edge intensity, so I would like to keep it to 0, and posterization to about 3. Once you're done with the poster edge settings, head down to the bottom. You should see a plus sign to create a new effect layer, so click on it, and in the Artistic tab, this time select Cutout. And once you are in that panel, I think I'm going to change the number of levels to 7, edge simplicity to about 4, and edge fidelity to 2, and then hit OK. At this point, it would make sense to rename this layer, so let's click on it and rename it to Layer 1. And then while on this layer, I'll press Command J on a Mac or Control J on a PC to duplicate this layer, and click on the new layer to rename it to Layer 2. Now with Layer 2 selected, I'm going to head up to Filter and then Stylize, and then click on Diffuse. I'm going to use this setting to soften some of the edges a little bit. Once the Diffuse box pops up, we have 4 different modes to choose from. You need to select Anisotropic. It changes the pixels to unequal properties along different axes, thereby softening the pixels, and then press OK. With Layer 2 selected, click Command J on a Mac or Control J on a PC once again to duplicate this layer, and then click on the new layer to rename it to Layer 3. Now with Layer 3 selected, this time head up to Filter, Sharpen, and then Sharpen More. I'm going to sharpen up the image a tad because after using the diffuse filter, we usually lose a little bit of detail. We need a nice background for our image, so let's head down to Create New Fill or Adjustment Layer option and click on Solid Color option, which you'll find right on top of this menu. I think I'll choose blue as my background. Once my background color is selected, I am going to drag this layer down right below my layer 1. Now head back to layer 3 and click Command J on a Mac or Control J on a PC to duplicate this layer one last time and rename it to layer 4. Then head up to Filter and then Pixelate and then Color Halftone for some halftone magic. Now from the pop-up menu, I'm not going to change any setting here and hit OK. After the halftone is applied, I am going to go to the blending mode and change the blending mode to soft light. And then I will bring down the layer opacity to about 30%. We're almost done, so with layer 4 selected, right click and select the merge visible option and it will merge all the visible layers into one. I'd also like to add a stroke like on a photograph, so with the merged layer selected, head down to the bottom and select FX, blending options. Click on stroke, which is on the left hand side of the pop-up window. Here we'll be able to create a border, so let's change the settings. I think I'll keep the size to 40 pixels and I'll change the position to inside. Blending mode should remain normal and white color is already selected, so I don't really need to change that. And then I'm going to hit OK. So there you go. Our cartoon effect is ready. Let's zoom in to have a better look at it. What do you guys think? Do let me know in the comments. Alright, so it's time to say goodbye. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until we meet again, take care and thanks for watching.